Today, I'm looking for those Varakashis who came on the show last time and commented saying that, Chatufa, you are hallucinating. The issues that you are talking about of factional divisions and factional fights in Zanu PF, they are only happening in your head. That was the comment of one of the Varakashis who came. I think there were about 3 of them that came and commented on our platform, and they were saying that all that we are saying is a big lie. There is nothing. Everything is good in Zanu PF. All is well in Zanu PF. We were talking at that juncture about General Chiwenga in this declaration of war over the gold mafia. You still remember the show? It was here, and Varakash were coming and saying, no, we were just saying things from the blues. And last time I was even challenging them and saying, who is still disputing that there is a war in Zanu PF when we had Owen Mube coming out to say Pasina Kasukwere, Pasina Walter Mzembe, and we were saying, why? Why Walter Mzembe? Why Kasukwere? These are guys that are not longer in Zanu PF. They are guys who are not even in Zimbabwe. They are out there doing their business in South Africa. Why are they a threat to Zanu PF, who is running their own things nicely and smoothly, if everything is smooth and running as they want to purport to the nation? So today, again, as we continue to say that all is not well in Zanu PF, there is fire in the cockpit, there is fire in the boots, there's fire in the kitchen, there's fire in the courtyard. Things are not right in Zanu PF, and an implosion is slowly, building up, and anytime anything can happen. They must come again today and tell us that we are still hallucinating. As we see, Zanu PF's factional fight continues to intensify. Jacob Mdenda, the Speaker of Parliament, having a strong fight with the Ziyambi, the minister, until he had to chuck him out of the House of Parliament. And is this normal in a country that, in a party that is said to be in harmony? Things are happening because the issues and information that we are having is that these guys are belonging to 2 different factions within Zanu PF, and the factions are fighting, factions are shoving, and some of the results of the fighting and the shoving is the outbreaks of anger and the pushing and shoving that we are seeing happening, like what has just happened in the Parliament of Zimbabwe. It's a big circus. It's a circus full of clowns. That's what is happening in that Parliament. So I just want us to see the videos. I'm sure some of you have already seen them, but some could not have seen them. I just want us to have a look and listen to what really transpired in the House, in the lower house. Actually, what happened was it is said that Ziyambi allowed his deputy minister to move a motion. So for deputy minister to move a motion in the presence of the minister, constitutionally it is not allowed in the House of Parliament. So if it's either the deputy minister can move when Ziyambi is not there, or Ziyambi can move when this other man is not there. So this is where the issue was. So the Speaker of Parliament, Mdenda, started to block that. But I can tell you, I foresee that there is a certain move that the Lacoste faction probably wanted to bring in, which is where Ziyambi belongs. And they wanted to move something, and they'd planned it in the manner where they would have the deputy minister of Ziyambi bringing in a motion, and then Ziyambi would support it. And I'm sure this was a ploy. So it has been blocked by the Speaker of Parliament, blocking them as to that it is a constitutional breach. And Ziyambi did not take it lightly. He did not take it lying down. It became a heated argument until it got to levels where Jacob Mdenda had to declare that Ziyambi must just go. Kumbula Thomas, yes, I agree. Exposure. Remember, we have spoken about it, that we have entered into the season of exposure, where everything that is hidden shall be exposed. Everything that Zanu PF might do, thinking that they are hiding, thinking that no one will ever see it, it will just come out, because God is in the business of making sure that he washes the linen of Zanu PF, the underwear of Zanu PF, and right in public. It has to be in public, and everyone has to see it. So it's going to be embarrassment after embarrassment until the day that Zanu PF is finally going to fall. So I just want us to go through the videos of this serious fight that we have seen happening in the House of Assembly. So I'm going to be playing the two videos. There are actually two of them. So let's.
That's not the issue, Honorable Minister. I've been advised that you are going to move.
Oh, apologies. I think this.
Yes. So I'm acting.
Apologies on behalf of the chief whip. He mixed up. Is the
initially I was informed it was the deputy.
Yes.
Then I was informed the substantive Honorable Minister Ziyambi is here. He shall move the motion. He shall give the notice of motion.
Okay, thank you very much. The Deputy Minister is going to move the motion. I thank you, Mr. Speaker.
And you are taking leave, I suppose?
No, I am conversing with those, and I will listen attentively while he's conducting business.
I thought you were going to the Senate.
Yes.
Huh? If you are going to make some conversation there, I'm saying no, you should move, you should submit the motion.
No, there's no rule that says the Deputy Minister cannot.
Honorable Minister, if you are there, I thought you were going to the Senate.
Honorable Speaker, there is no rule that
your conversation
from moving.
Honorable Minister, your private conversation does not take precedence.
Where is the private conversation?
Honorable Minister, can you leave the house?
No, Mr. Speaker. That is not correct. Why are you saying I should leave the house?
Honorable Minister.
No.
You see now the tempers, now the pride of Zanu PF. The tempers, you know, these guys, because they've never followed the law for a very long time, now they think that they are above the law. Now it's so painful now when it happens now between cadre and cadre, like what we are seeing here. It means there is some tension. There is something that Mdenda knows and Ziyambi knows that is happening here. We could be seeing things that are happening from the surface, but underneath there is something that the two gentlemen know about a certain issue that Mdenda knows that Ziyambi wants to introduce. And Ziyambi does not want to come out clean because he knows that it's a nefarious agenda, but it's causing tension. Because had it been an opposition member right now who had been ordered by the Speaker of Parliament to leave, you still remember what happened last time with people like Fadzai Maher, where they ended up being dragged, you know, like animals out of that house by the police. Just look at it today. The tables have turned around. It's happening right inside the Zanu PF. It's Zanu PF against Zanu PF. And the tension, can you see? Ziyambi is losing his cool, failing, you know, to compose himself and, you know, defying the Speaker of Parliament then right away. And remember, Ziyambi can be a minister, but when he's in the House of Assembly, Jacob Mdenda has more power there. He has the power. He calls the shots. So Mdenda has the authority to chuck him out of the House of Parliament. But he still feels now there's a power struggle. There's a who is who there, which is now happening. They are now, you know, trying to exercise who has got more power. This is what this scenario, very, very embarrassing. But let's continue to watch.
Honorable Deputy Minister, proceed.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Honorable, what is the issue? Honorable, can you listen? Can you listen?
You were also hushed.
Can you listen?
So there is Ziyambi now. He has approached Jacob Mdenda right in Parliament now to go and argue there. I think he saw that now it was becoming an embarrassment. He ended up trying to get closer. Maybe they can get somewhere and, you know, agree on something. But still, it seems they did not get anywhere.
Can you listen? Yes. In terms of section 107, Constitution, is to minister in that order. If you are not there, then the vice, Mr. Speaker,
I also need to train the deputies to do government business. That's why I wanted to prepare. And while he's doing it, and then you say I must go out. Why?
You said you wanted a private
I
business.
wanted to see my officers at the back. And then you assume that I was doing private
You
business.
said you're the private
No,
business.
I didn't say that.
All right, we'll check the answer. We'll check
There
the
are
answer.
officers there.
We'll check the answer.
I said I wanted to see
We'll
the
check
officers
the
at
answer.
the back.
We'll check the answer.
It's not correct what you did, Mr. Speaker. Check the Constitution. It doesn't say the minister. And if in his absence, the deputy minister. It doesn't say so.
Honorable Minister.
No, it's not correct, Mr. Speaker, to embarrass your own minister.
Honorable Minister, but you argue with me.
Because what you were saying was not correct.
But you cannot.
No, Mr. Speaker, it was.
So can you exposure? Can you hear this? So he's saying now it's not good to embarrass your own minister. You just imagine now he wants to place himself above the Speaker of Parliament. Like I was saying that on this scenario, Mdenda is authority over the minister because he is the one in charge of that house. What he says is the final. So this Ziyambi is in the wrong. He cannot exercise his ministerial power here because remember, you come here as an MP. So the idea of being a minister, you leave it out because you are coming as a member of parliament. And the member of parliament has to be under the speaker. So now he wants to use his ministerial power to say now, to remind Mdenda that, remember, I'm the minister and I'm above you when it comes to, the ministry that he's running. Because remember, the ministry also of Mdenda is, the office of Mdenda lies under the ministry of Ziyambi. So it's just a clash of power there. People are just trying to be arrogant, especially Ziyambi in that instance.
Minister. And
so I think finally they had to mute the mics there so that that conversation cannot proceed. It's just a show that somebody who is controlling media there just realized that, no, this is an embarrassment. And they decided to say, no, Zanu PF is embarrassing itself. So let us switch off the mics so that whatever that they are saying to each other, they should never be heard or by the public. But already the tension has been seen. The fights have been seen, and the confusion, the cracks, and the division that we are seeing in Zanu PF is already very, very visible. They might try to close it up, to shut it down, sweep it under the carpet, but it's not going to work. Because there are bigger things that are yet to come. Remember, it is the time of exposure. There are bigger things that are yet to come. Zanu PF will never be able to sweep everything under the carpet. Because, what you can sweep under the carpet are little issues. But the issues that are coming, that are getting exposed in this season that we are, as we continue to pray, I'm telling you, God is going to expose Mnangagwa and Zanu PF to the point that the whole world will be left without any doubt that these guys are just as who we know them to be, because all their shenanigans are not going to remain hidden forever. Very, very embarrassing what we have seen in the House of Parliament. There's my brother Thomas there. Thank you so much for the blessing. No, we received the blessing. Thank you so much. May God continue to increase you. Supporting the gospel of the freedom of the Zimbabwean people is all that we need to do to make sure that things happen. Yes, exposure. Kumbula Thomas, my brother. Indeed, thank you very much. Poshia Ngube says, Zatoshoran, and it's only God who can cause such makakata. I didn't expect that word to come, after all that English, to cause such makakatano. Exactly. It's only God, I'm telling you. God is on the move. When we say God is in it, these guys don't understand what we are talking about. Yes, memory guards, how are you? My sister says, good evening, Chatufa, how are you? I hope you are blessed. Regina Piri also is here, says, greetings, family. God is great. We have Stembile Chamisa says, Hi, Chatufa Chete Chete, God is on the move. Goririno, Tichadzidza Zrakawada. Indeed, we are going to see quite a lot. This is just the beginning, and the best is yet to come. We are yet to see Zanu PF being highly, highly exposed as they are going towards the days of their last, because the season for change is now. The wind of change is blowing, and Zanu PF is going whether they like it or not. God is on the move. God is moving. Freedom of the Zimbabwean people is coming, whether they like it or not. Family, thank you so much for joining me on the show. We are going to be together again now on the main platform, Chatufa Television Production. We have two shows on the channel. So don't go anywhere. Stay tuned till we meet in the next show. You are blessed.